So, welcome. What's new in the SNMP exporter? Well, who actually knows what SNMP is and uses it? Hell yeah. All right. So hi, I'm Ben. I'm a software engineer at my day job. We have all the cloud and we have no SNMP, so SNMP exporter is entirely a project of my free time. But the best news of this year is we have a new maintainer. Welcome, Basti is one of the new maintainers of the Prometheus SNMP exporter. Big change from last year, just a quick refresh. We refactored and redid the configuration file to split the authentication from the modules. So if you haven't upgraded your exporter since last PromCon, you should really do that. It's really nice when you can have that split and make the configuration easier. We also added multiple file support so that you don't have to put all of the auths in one file and in the same file as your modules and scrapes and the metric conversion. What's new this year? I added a little simple math thing so that you can do scale and offset for the values that come from the metric. This is really useful for some things in SNMP where it gives you an enum of 1 and 2, and they mean true and false, and that just doesn't fit with Prometheus data model where you want the 0 to be the false. And so with an offset and an invert with the scale, you can now turn that weird SNMP thing into something that makes more sense in Prometheus. We also added some interesting improvements for some weird bits of SNMP where you won't need to daisy chain a few things in the SNMP data so that it works and you can scrape it. Also, there is some weirdness with the generator where you would get you'd get the wrong lookup because it was looking at different trees in the SNMP OIDs, and now that's a little bit better. You can look at those pull requests for the details. Then the next release, we did a little bit more rework of the net SNMP parsing. So one of the things about the SNMP exporter is it uses a C library called NetSNMP to parse MIB files and translate your need for a set of metrics into actual translation tables that the exporter can scrape and get the data. It was a big pain because you'd get 1 million parse errors and you'd have no idea what actually was wrong. 90% of the problems with parse errors is actually you're just missing a MIB file in your tree. And so this will now just parse that output from the SNMP C library into something that you can actually use easily, and makes it a lot easier to determine that why you've got a problem with your generator. And then some nice NVARs things for people who want that. I personally don't recommend against NVARs because they show up in pprof, and that's a security risk. So people that think NVARs are more secure, you should really understand what they actually do. And then a really nice thing, packet level debugging. The Go library we use to actually process packets over SNMP, we just needed to add some hooks so that we could get the actual packet data out as debug logging. And so now you don't have to also TCP dump to get the packet level data and inspect why the exporter is not getting the right data or getting weird data into the labels. And what's next? Well, there's a big, interesting bit in the world of SNMP. One of the biggest archives of public MIB files just suddenly vanished. We don't know where it is. We don't know what happened. Nobody seems to know where that site went. It's just the whole site's gone. But several years ago, I created a repo for basically vendoring MIBs and building example configurations. We need the community's help. So if you use SNMP and you've got some good SNMP generator configs, I would love to have them, and we can start building a Prometheus repository of generator configs. And that's it.